Hey folks, welcome back to the channel
Hello.
and welcome to our Craft Quest collaboration
Yeah.
that is run by me.
You.
So thank you to me.
Yeah, you.
No, so Craft Quest is an homage to gaming of
Yeah.
any kind, be it video, board,
Bored. Yeah.
card. If you can play it, you can craft it.
Well,
Essentially.
yeah.
That was the 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 thunk that I was
Yeah.
thinking behind the collaboration.
Okay.
Um, so Kirk and I play Final Fantasy 14,
We do.
and we love it. It is one of our absolute favourite games, would you say?
Um, I would say so. The game itself is a um online multiplayer role playing game.
See, I would say it is an RPG MMO rather than an MMORPG
Okay. Yeah.
because it's about story and the game first,
Yes.
I would say.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, we play that
Yes. Yes, we do.
amongst many other things.
We do
It was a
have.
it was a throw up between that and something from Baldur's Gate, wasn't it?
It was.
Because that was what a game.
That was Baldur's Gate
Baldur's Gate
3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a game.
Yeah, that took some beating, but Final Fantasy 14 is just on another level.
I think it just I don't know. I love them both, but in different ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, we digress. We
yes.
digress.
So
What a shock.
what I am making is from this is in all of the Final Fantasies.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
And if there's a 17, it will be in that too.
You've missed a couple out as well.
Oh, I don't count those ones. They were rubbish.
Which ones?
I don't know, but they were rubbish.
Yeah, there was like 10, and I think it was 10A
I said
or
10.
something.
Yeah,
Or
you didn't like that one.
there was a couple of other ones like that.
But it's a very, very long running.
It's been going for a very long time, yes.
Yeah.
So I am making a chocobo.
Chocobo.
A chocobo. Now,
What is a chocobo?
I was just about to say, for those that don't know what a chocobo is, it's a cross between, I would say, an
Don't say it.
ostrich and a chicken.
Oh, he said it. It's not. It's not.
Okay. How would you describe a chocobo to someone who doesn't know what a chocobo is?
I would say play the game and have a look.
Okay.
Google it.
For those that don't know,
Google it.
No.
It's not a chicken.
Okay,
I would not ride around.
I will put a picture.
I would not ride around on a chicken.
Well,
I wouldn't.
I tell you what I will do is I will put a photo up in a sec, and we will let the viewer decide how they would describe it.
We can't do that.
Yeah.
No, we can't do that.
Why?
Because the last time we let our viewers decide, we ended up with Spider Clown.
Yeah. So obviously
I can't.
they
No,
are
there's
wise.
no.
They are trustworthy.
There is no trust. No. I've already heard whisperings of Spider Frog.
There has been mention of Spider Frog.
And I've knocked that on the head.
Well,
firmly.
Well, have you though?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe we should put it to a vote.
Well, here's oh, like I'm going to fall for that one again. Here's the thing. I am open to Spider Frog because I'm looking at my glitter cupboard.
Yes.
I am also looking at my just resin supply.
Yes.
I'm going to leave that there.
Okay.
I'm
So,
open to bribery, in
so
other
what
words.
what you're saying is that I made spider clay.
Mm-hmm.
You in turn
Mm-hmm.
got
Cupboards.
lots of
Mm-hmm. I
cupboards
did.
so
Yes.
that you could rearrange everything
To my heart's content.
in the craft cave,
Yes.
and you now have a um,
Glitter cupboard.
you do have a
It's a
cupboard, which is
dedicated cupboard
it
just
is
for my glitters and my shiny. I'm
yes,
so happy.
yes, it is
I will put a photograph in the community tab. I'm such a happy bunny.
of the glitter shelf.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
sit there and look at it.
yeah,
And I
you
go,
do actually.
I do not.
You've walked in a couple of times and went, "Ooh, shiny."
Well, they are shiny and it's very pretty, and I've got
Yes,
them all in colour order.
yeah,
And that I'm not gonna lie, I did that a few times because first off, I did them in a rainbow design pattern,
yeah,
and I was like, it's not working for me. So then I put them into alphabetical order, and that didn't work for me. So then I put them into reds, oranges, yellows, blues.
yep,
Turns out I have quite a lot of blue. Anyway, what are we
and purple.
doing?
Anyway,
Back
so
to the video.
yeah,
Everyone's looking at that going, what is
what
he
the
making?
hell is that?
Yeah.
Well, I am making a chicken. So
It's a giant chicken that you ride around on.
it is. That's what I said. It's crossed between an ostrich and a chicken
But
because the
it's
ostrich is
cool.
quite
But
big,
it's cool.
but it is. It is very cool. In some of the games,
And it fights for you.
it does. Yeah,
It kills things.
yeah,
And it heals you. And
yeah.
it's just
And you
that-
can race it.
he's going to tell me off in a minute because I've just wiggled around in my chair and it's all squeaky now. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I had to move. I was uncomfortable.
Okay, that's all right. It is a feathered beast,
It is.
and what I am doing is I have it's mainly yellow.
Although, depending on what you feed them, depends on what colour they are
Yes,
in 14.
but when you say Chocobo to somebody that knows the game or knows of Chocobos,
Mm-hmm.
um,
They would think
they
this
would
colour. Yeah.
they would think
Yeah, they
yellow.
would. Yeah. They start yellow, but I can't remember what I fed mine. I fed mine something and it's now, surprisingly enough,
Purple.
purple.
Yeah.
It's actually a lavender to go with its purple saddle. Just throwing that out there. Has
Yes.
purple armour.
But it did take you a while to get that colour.
Did it ever? It took me ages and I mean, I fed that thing. I'm surprised it's not the size of a house because if you get one thing wrong, it turns out a different colour. I ended up with a pink one. I ended up with a blue one.
Yeah.
A really nice blue.
But it was purple.
It was purple that I wanted.
So anyway, I've done the body shape out of tinfoil. I would give it a cosplay and undergarment.
So for anybody that has not seen Kirk make stuff, why do you use tinfoil?
Two reasons. One, it means that I use less clay because it bulks out the inside.
Which makes me happy.
Yeah. And also, when you are baking this clay, it helps regulate the temperature so that you don't get cracks. There is you can also put a
moist,
damp or a moist
cloth
yes
over
not over it, next to it.
No, the Sculpey website actually said over it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I if I'm going to do that, I would put it next to it. I have done it before and I put it next to it.
I would. I wouldn't put it over it because I'd be
Yeah.
like, I've just spent all that time.
Yeah. So I've covered it in yellow, and its legs are black. So I've done the legs, I've done the toes, and the back foot claw. It does fall over later on while I'm sculpting, and it does crush those.
Spoilers.
It's fine.
Spoilers.
It's fine. And now I've got this little tool. It's got like 4 prongs.
Yeah.
And I've just gone over the body of it just to give it the impression of feathers.
Yeah.
So I started at the top, just made a little wavy line, and just made that all the way
all the
around
way
it.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now what I'm doing is I've got some clay softener,
Hmm.
and I'm just rubbing that over the chicken just to get rid of all of the scratches and that, and just make it a little bit softer.
Yeah.
And this is you.
This is me. So
Yeah.
Kirk was I'm not going to have time, like 4 days before the video's due. And I said, trust me, we'll get this done.
It's only because you wanted a cupboard.
What do you need? What do you need, my dear? Yeah, he was
Feathers.
putting my cupboards up, to be fair. I was like, what do you need? He went, feathers. I thought, oh, really?
Yeah.
So,
No, not only feathers, wings.
loads of them. So he's made the armature for the wings.
Yep.
And then I got him to roll out the yellow clay because I'm not allowed to use his rolly machine.
No, you broke the last one.
Didn't break it. It was faulty. Anyway.
It was after you touched it. Anyway, come on.
So all I'm doing is cutting out loads of sort of feather shapes, and they're very, very rough. They're not, exact or anything like that. Because if you saw, excuse me, saw the picture of the Chocobo, its feathers aren't. They are sort of higgledy-piggledy a little bit.
Yeah.
They're not completely uniform.
Yep.
So once I've cut out a bunch of those shapes, which, spoiler, is not enough, I gently, by no imagination, stretch of the imagination, I get the pointy tool, which I'm sure has a very good technical name.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's called a pointy tool.
It is called a pointy tool in this craft cave. So all I'm doing is I'm taking that and I'm just indenting down the center, and then I'm taking the side of that tool and I'm just making the feathers basically.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I did that over and over and over.
Do you know how many you made?
I actually don't. Did you count them?
No.
Why not? See, now I need to know.
Well, so you did the two wings, which took all of what you made there was basically one wing.
Well, it was less than one wing because I did some more for that wing.
Okay. So there's quite a fair few there. I'd probably say there's about 20 odd there.
I have to be honest though.
Mm-hmm.
I quite enjoyed making them.
If I'd known that, I'd got you to do feathers for the whole thing.
No. Here I'm taking, there's a curvy tool on the other end of the pointy tool. And what are you laughing at? I don't know what these tools are called. I'm not, it's a curved tool. And all I did is I ran down the side of the feather just to give it sort of so it looked like the feathers were going down the side of the feather.
Okay.
That's one for the book, isn't it?
That's going in the book, yes.
So I know what I'm trying to say, but I'm not really. I'm not articulating.
I'm going
this
to
very
do a
well.
book of quotes as suggested by somebody.
I think it was Jenny.
Was it?
Yeah.
She suggested that I do a book of your quotes, and I'm going to call it. This is not a book of quotes. They are just things that I have said.
That is so not funny.
Well, I feel that it is.
Anyway, once I'd done the pointy bit and the curvy bit, the feather was done. It was ready. So, I didn't use any bacon bond because the glue that I've actually, the clay that I've put onto the armature is still soft. It's not been baked or anything.
No.
So the glue, oh my goodness, the clay will adhere to the armature just fine.
Yes.
So all I did was I started off and then I tried to layer them like they were a wing. It's, and
I think you did an awesome job.
I have to say, I was actually quite impressed with myself. Yeah. I thought, wow, check me out.
Look, I did a thing.
I was genuinely full of it, wasn't I?
Yeah.
And then just on the underside, because no one's ever going to see the underside. I mean, if you're that sad and you get down on your hands and knees and look up.
If you are looking at a Chocobo's undercarriage, There's something wrong with you.
There's that you've got more things to worry about than whether or not I've put feathers there. Is was what I said. So I did that for both the left and the right um,
Wing.
wing,
Yep.
and then Kirk, bless his little heart, said, "Can you do me some for the legs?" So I did a whole bunch more for the legs,
You
and
did. You did. You
I
did
did.
loads.
I did.
And
I spent a good 2 hours making feathers. I actually really enjoyed it.
it's
There was something about it that was quite therapeutic,
yeah.
and it actually led on to the following project, which you'll see when we do the music collab.
Which is
And
what you just do a big feather.
yeah, basically I've just done a giant feather.
Hmm.
No, I haven't. But idea. Anyway, yeah, I just really enjoyed playing with the
Yeah.
clay.
So the feathers that I got you to make, I've put around the top of the leg where I don't know what it's called, whether it's just an actual leg and the feathers join.
The feather,
So
and you say I can't say things. It's a
yeah,
leg.
okay, it's well the leg that's not covered in
The leg that's going. It's the ankle that's going. It's the leg going into the leg.
it's the leg going into the leg. Okay, well the leg bit that is not feathery that's going into the leg bit that is feathery. I've put a layer of feathers around it for the transition. Now,
Right.
this was my first attempt at the head, and you were like, "Oh hell no, that looks wrong."
It was just
So I got rid of it, and
hideous.
then you said, "Here, let me have a go." And this is what you come up with.
It was damn sight lot better than yours. It was the beak I was focusing on, not the shape of the head. The beak. Your beak was wrong. My
Your beak is wrong.
that beak is fine. The beak is fine.
The square head is,
The square head's not right, but
no,
the beak is right.
yeah. So that's what I did after,
Well, I suppose it'll do.
which I think is a little bit better.
With a lot of help from me, I might add.
Uh-huh.
There was a great deal of input and
Yeah.
constructive advice.
Yeah. So yeah, constructive advice.
Well,
Yeah.
what would you call it?
You were like, "That's rubbish. I don't like it.
I
It's
wasn't
wrong."
that I wasn't that hot. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't that.
So I've attached
Well,
it to the neck now, and I'm quite
yeah,
happy with that at the minute. So I've put some eyes in there,
yeah,
some little black beady eyes,
yeah.
because that's what they have.
Black beady eyes.
Black beady eyes, as if they're about to like stare into your soul and then like rip it out.
Or see, you went stare into your soul and rip it out.
Yeah.
I'd have been stare into your heart and make you love them. Blech.
No. And then I gave it some eyelids because a chocobo that doesn't blink is that. I mean, that's going to be quite disconcerting.
Do the chocobos blink?
I think so.
We're gonna have
So
to play it now and see, aren't we?
yeah.
And I'll be like,
So
oh
I'm
yeah, they
using
do.
my little tool again just to mark out the little feathers.
To cheat on the feathers.
Yes, yes, it was because that's quite a big bit of
Yeah. No, I think it works because the chocobo actually has close feathers in those
yeah.
areas.
Um, so I've gone through. I've baked it so that I don't undo all of the stuff that I've just done.
Yep.
And now I'm making a saddle.
Yep.
So the saddle, because obviously um, you ride on the chicken,
Chocobo.
on the chocobo, the chickabow.
Stop calling it a chicken. It's not a chicken. It's a chocobo.
Okay, so you ride on there, and obviously you need a saddle.
Obviously. Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
so I've put a piece of clay over the wings, cut out the bit that's covering the wing, and then the other bit just wrapping it round. So that is going to be the
Harness.
yeah what that allows you to sit on the chocobo without
Oh,
falling
you
off.
mean the saddle?
Well, it's the straps that hold it.
That's the harness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing there. And the front bit, I've just made a little buckle.
Because you need a buckle to be able to do it up, don't you?
Of course you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just thought I've got so the gap. I've measured the length of the gap, and then I'm just putting. So those are the that's just the shape of the buckle.
Yeah.
So I add the buckly bits.
Oh, you're doing it now.
What?
Buckly bits.
They are buckly bits. It's a buckle. So
And that's a
those are
buckly.
the
Yeah.
bits of the
See,
buckle.
you laugh at me when I do that, but you do it, and it's
Yeah,
fine.
but it sounds right when I say
Oh, no, it doesn't.
it. So I've just attached it to the chest, and now for the saddle, I'm just doing a little bit of an embellishment and that. So round the outside is going to be the part that holds the spongy bit.
Mm-hmm. I'm just letting you go with this because I'm just yeah. You've no idea what the bits of a saddle are called, are you? Have you?
Um, no, no, I'm not a saddle
If there is
aficionado.
anyone listening to us that has ever been on a horse or knows anything about saddles, they will be
I've been on a
crying.
horse. Anyway, spongy bits in. I did it same yellow,
Yeah.
and then I've got a cloth, and I'm just pressing it onto the spongy bit
Mm-hmm.
to just give it a bit of texture.
Yep.
And this is going to be the backrest for the saddle.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're not like regular saddles. They're like saddles that you can sit back in.
Yeah, because
You got to be comfortable if you're riding a chocobo.
especially some of the long distances.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Because
when you fly,
well, yeah, yeah, because chocobos actually fly.
they do.
Um, so I made an indent in the middle. I wasn't um doing anything with purpose here. I was just making some random marks in the back just to give it a bit of interest, really.
Hmm. Yeah. I made it more interesting though because I gave you a suggestion, didn't I?
Uh,
It's coming up. I've no doubt.
oh, that yeah.
Did
No, I didn't actually put it in the video.
you not?
No,
Are you serious?
yeah.
Why not?
They don't need to see
Why not? That was an important moment
that.
of this build, and you've left it out. Are
Yeah,
you serious?
yeah.
I am. I am shocked and appalled.
Oh well.
Yeah. Um. So essentially, what I suggested was that he cover it with a bit of mica powder
Yeah.
to give it a little bit of shimmer,
So what
a
what
little bit of zhuzh.
what I did was
I
um
passed him some purple
the clay
chameleon.
softener that I've gone over the rest of the chocobo. I mixed in a bit of the mica powder into that.
Purple.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I did the saddle. So all of the saddle, all the straps and that. I did that in the purple. I also tickled the tips of the feathers.
But not with purple. That was with an orange, wasn't it?
No, no, I did the purple as well.
Did you?
Yeah, it was a very. And then I also did the beak.
Oh.
That's why the beak is a different color.
Oh. Wow.
But
There we go.
yeah, so that's what it looks like at the moment. Now I needed a base to put it on.
Because what is a that looks like it's floating in the air, that
It is.
that base. No.
Yeah, it's a special.
Have you got it on a cup or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's like,
No,
how is that?
it's a special floating one.
Oh,
So
shit.
this is your stuff, which you said I could use,
I did.
and it's
It's a paint that I got from the range, and I got 6 pastel paints for 90p.
oh, these are those ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got those, and I also got 6 puffy paints for £1.
yeah.
I was like, I'm having those.
So I give that about a base coat. I'm going to come back to it in a minute and do the top coat. Now, chocobos have big, bushy, feathery tails,
Mm-hmm.
and you got these from Timu. So I
Luckily.
drilled some holes, and then my super glue, my
That
super
is
glue,
insane, that glue.
and what I did was just basically,
That glue is so good. They sell a debonding
yeah,
one, so
I
that if you stick yourself to something, you can get yourself
yeah,
off it.
I actually show you on here. That middle one, I put that in. I do the other two, and then you'll see I actually start lifting the chocobo up from that feather, just to show you how quickly it dries. And I'm quite gentle with it because I didn't want it to fall over. But yeah, I actually
Yeah.
picked it up.
You also got a new turntable, didn't you?
I did.
I got you
You
a
did. You got me that.
I got you a
It's Lazy Susan.
lazy Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this stuff is crackle paint. Now this is really good. So what you do is, depending on how thick you put it on, if you give it quite a thin layer, it will be it will dry, but it will crack, and it looks like dried mud or crazy pavings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I did quite a thin coat, and I wasn't overly happy with the crackle, so I went back over it with a thicker layer.
Mm-hmm.
And once that's dried, I just stuck the chocobo on it, and it was off to the glamour shots.
It was off to the glamour shots.
Yeah.
So, if you are still with us at this point,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
There is a playlist in the description with a link to everyone that's taking part in the collaboration.
Yeah.
I hope you get a chance to check some of them out, because as I've been putting it together, some of them have looked really quite interesting.
I've not seen any.
I know you haven't.
No.
Well, we'll have to wait, won't you?
Well, yeah.
Um.
And there you go. So see the crackle on the base.
Yeah. So, if you like our creative sort of chaos,
Yeah.
hit that like button for us.
Yeah. And while you're down there, give the subscribe little tickle.
And if you already have,
Thank you very much.
thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
And hopefully, we will see you in the next one.
Yeah. And if you could, is it a chicken? Is it a?
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Do you think it's a chicken? Do you think it's an ostrich?
Oh.
Or do you think it's none of them? Bearing in mind that chickens don't fly, ostriches don't fly, and chocobos do.
Yeah, I said it's a mixture of the two.
It's not. It's just not. I would not ride a chicken. Anyway, on that note, we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye for now.